Yo, what is up everybody? It's Thon and I am back with another video. Today we're going on an adventure to a hidden gem, Suriname. I'm talking lush rainforests, beautiful beaches, and vibrant cities pulsing with culture. That's right, Suriname has something for everyone. I'm so excited to show you guys this place, so buckle up because we're diving straight in. Alright, first up on our Suriname adventure is the capital city Paramaribo. This place is like stepping into a time capsule with its colorful Dutch colonial architecture. The streets are lined with these amazing buildings that have been perfectly preserved. You've got this mix of different ethnicities and traditions all coming together in this melting pot of food, music, and art. One of the coolest things about Paramaribo is the hidden courtyards tucked away behind the buildings. Another must-see is the St. Peter and Paul Cathedral, a towering wooden structure that's one of the largest wooden cathedrals in the southern hemisphere. But enough about the city, let's head into the wild side of Suriname because up next we're going deep into the jungle. Okay guys, we're leaving the city now and venturing into the heart of Suriname's rainforest Brownsburg Nature Park. We're talking about dense jungles, waterfalls cascading down mountainsides, and wildlife that will blow your mind. We're hiking through the rainforest and the sounds here are insane. You've got howler monkeys off in the distance, exotic birds chirping, and all sorts of insects buzzing around. We just stumbled upon a waterfall. The water is crystal clear and so refreshing. We're hiking to the top of Brownsburg Mountain and the view from up here is absolutely breathtaking. You can see for miles in every direction, and the rainforest just stretches out before you like an endless sea of green. We're spending the night in a hammock village deep in the jungle. Falling asleep to the sounds of the rainforest is something else. We saw so many incredible animals on this trip: monkeys, snakes, spiders, you name it. Alright guys, we've traded the rainforest for the coast because we're heading to Galabai Nature Reserve to witness something truly magical. Sea turtle nesting. Imagine this. It's nighttime, the beach is pitch black except for the light from our red headlamps, and we're walking softly on the sand. Then we see her, a giant leatherback sea turtle slowly making her way out of the water. We watch in awe as she digs a hole in the sand with her powerful flippers and lays dozens of eggs. It's an emotional experience seeing these ancient creatures continue the circle of life. After she's done laying her eggs, she covers them up with sand and then slowly drags herself back into the ocean. Galabai isn't just about turtles though. The beaches here are pristine with white sand and crystal clear water. We spent the day exploring the nearby Amerindian villages, learning about their culture and way of life. They've been living in harmony with nature for centuries, and it's inspiring to see how they've managed to preserve their traditions. Buckle up, adventurers, because we're about to get deep into the heart of Suriname. We're talking about the Central Suriname Nature Reserve, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most pristine rainforests on the planet. This place is massive, covering over 1.6 million hectares of untouched wilderness. The biodiversity here is off the charts. We're talking about jaguars, giant anteaters, harpy eagles, and hundreds of other species of animals. We're trekking through the jungle, following ancient trails used by the indigenous people for centuries. We're climbing to the top of Voltsberg, a granite dome that rises 245 meters above the rainforest floor. The hike is challenging, but the view from the top is worth every drop of sweat. We're camping on the banks of the Raleigh-Wallen River, listening to the water rush by as we cook dinner over an open fire. The stars are out in full force tonight, and the Milky Way is so bright that it looks like a river of light flowing across the sky. The Central Suriname Nature Reserve is a place that will stay with you long after you leave. Guys, we're switching gears now and taking a trip back in time to a place called Jodensavan, which translates to Jewish Savannah. It's a forgotten village deep in the Surinamese rainforest, and it's got this eerie, almost mystical atmosphere. Jodensavan was once a thriving Jewish community, founded by Sephardic Jews fleeing persecution in Europe back in the 17th century. They built synagogues, plantations, and even a cemetery, creating a whole life for themselves in the middle of the jungle. Now, all that's left are ruins, slowly being consumed by the jungle, but still standing as a testament to the resilience and the enduring spirit of the people who once lived here. Walking through the overgrown paths, you can almost hear the whispers of the past, the echoes of laughter, prayers, and the everyday sounds of life that once filled this place. The cemetery is the most evocative part of Jodensavan. The tombstones, many of them dating back centuries, are covered in moss and vines, but you can still make out the Hebrew inscriptions. Yoden Savan is a place that will stay with you long after you've left. Get ready to cruise down a historic waterway, because we're heading to the Kamawine River, one of the main rivers in Suriname. This river has been a lifeline for centuries, used for transportation, trade, and as a source of life for the people living along its banks. We're on a wooden boat, the kind that's been used here for generations, slowly making our way down the river. The water is muddy brown, but don't let that fool you, it's teeming with life. We see caimans lurking in the shallows, monkeys swinging through the trees overhead, and all sorts of colorful birds flying along the riverbanks. The Kamawine River region is also home to a number of former plantations, remnants of Suriname's colonial past. We're visiting the Pepper Pot Plantation, one of the best preserved coffee and cocoa plantations in Suriname. Walking through the old plantation houses and factories, you can almost imagine what life was like for the people who lived and worked here. As we continue our journey down the Kamawine River, we're struck by the beauty and tranquility of this place. Alright, history buffs, this one is for you. We're going back in time to the 17th century, to a time when European powers were vying for control of the New World. And standing at the heart of it all is Fort Zeelandia, a stark reminder of Suriname's colonial past. This fortress, with its imposing walls and cannons still pointing out towards the water, has seen it all. It's been fought over, captured, and recaptured, witnessing the best and worst of humanity. Today, Fort Zeelandia has been transformed into a museum, showcasing Suriname's rich and often turbulent history. Inside, you'll find exhibits on the fort's construction, the lives of the soldiers and enslaved people who lived and worked here, and the country's struggle for independence. Before leaving the fort, we make sure to climb to the top of the walls for a panoramic view of Paramaribo and the Suriname River. Fort Zeelandia is more than just a tourist attraction, it's a symbol of Suriname's resilience, a place where the echoes of the past mingle with the hopes of the future. Get ready to immerse yourselves in nature because we're heading just outside of Paramaribo to Pepper Pot Nature Park, a place where history and nature intertwine. This former coffee and cocoa plantation has been transformed into a lush paradise, and it's a birdwatcher's dream come true. We're walking along the park's trails surrounded by towering trees, exotic flowers, and the sounds of birdsong filling the air. Pepper Pot is a great example of how nature can reclaim even the most altered landscapes. The old plantation buildings are slowly being swallowed by the jungle. We're keeping our eyes peeled for some of the 200+ species of birds that call Pepper Pot home. We've already spotted toucans, parrots, and even a few monkeys. We're visiting the old plantation manager's house, which has been turned into a small museum. The exhibits here tell the story of the people who lived and worked on the plantation, both free and enslaved. As we leave Pepper Pot, we're struck by the resilience of nature and the importance of preserving these green spaces. Hang on tight because we're about to experience the power of human ingenuity, Surinamese style. We're heading to the Brokopondo Reservoir, a massive man-made lake covering 1% of Suriname's land. Created in the 1960s by damming the Suriname River, it's a vital hydroelectric power source. But it's also a stunningly beautiful place. The deep blue water is surrounded by lush rainforest and dotted with small islands. The Brokopondo Reservoir is a testament to human ingenuity and environmental responsibility. Get ready for an adrenaline rush. We're heading deep into the jungle to Raleigh-Vallen, one of Suriname's most impressive natural wonders. This is a series of rapids and cascades that will take your breath away, a symphony of roaring water, mist, and lush rainforest. Getting there is an adventure in itself. Jeeps, dugout canoes, and serious hiking. The roar of Raleigh Falls gets louder until we're awestruck by its power and beauty. And that's a wrap on Suriname, guys. I hope you enjoyed this incredible journey as much as I did. From the vibrant streets of Paramaribo to the depths of the Amazon rainforest, Suriname is a country that will surprise and amaze you. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Suriname. We explored ancient ruins, cruised down historic rivers, and came face to face with some of the most incredible wildlife on the planet. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel guides. See you in the next adventure.